Hi everyone. Come to Remora TC to trade like a shark and not get eaten by one. Let's school together to protect and grow our money. This video is one in a series of market sector reviews. I intend to do it monthly, and this one is particularly about the real estate sector. When we think about the real estate sector, yes, there is residential real estate, but we also have to think about commercial real estate. And this sector includes companies that manage and develop real estate property. You can also think of, when you think of real estate investment trusts, they're also included in this bucket, and office buildings and the big hotels and those types of corporations as well. Some of the tickers that you might think about, Simon Property Group is a really big one. I think it's maybe the biggest one in the US. And then Hilton Hotels, for example. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this chart and annotate it with a bunch of lines and arrows from a monthly view and a weekly view. And then I'll give my assessment of where I think the market is going for the next couple of weeks, maybe up to a month or two. Okay. All right. We've got the monthly view here. And I'm going to draw some broad lines, broad stroke lines, nothing with tremendous detail because it's the monthly view. What we can see though, before I start annotating, is this huge drop here. This was the big housing crash of 2009. And you can see that price dropped, at least from a stock standpoint. This is the ETF, VNQ. It dropped 65%. And I'm sure some of you are old enough to remember how far your house price had dropped. Okay. All right, so let's draw some lines here, get some broad view. Let's see, I feel there's some consolidation here. Okay. Sideways price action, that's what I mean also. You can think of it that way. Ping-ponging back and forth between this channel. And then, let's see. And I'll put the momentum indicators on as I get to as I proceed. Let's see here. All right, interesting. I'm discounting this 2020 drop, the very bottom edge of it. This is the March pandemic drop. It's kind of like a black swan event. I don't think it's not going to happen that often. So I'm going to discount it, not really included. Okay, let's enable the momentum indicators. Let's take a look. All right. So I'm looking for divergence. So what I see right off the bat, right here, okay, price is making new highs over these months. But from a momentum standpoint, down here, you can see the peak here and the peak here, which correspond to this green candle, this green candle. I'll zoom in some more for you all. This green candle and this green candle. It's diverging. So price is going up, newer high, while momentum is decreasing, going down. PPO is down here. From what I hear and what I've learned, PPO lags RSI. So it's a price performance indicator. It lags it, so it doesn't show up until a couple months later. Nonetheless, it's a bearish indicator. All right, so that's the monthly view. Now, what's interesting to me is this bounce here. This bounce here it comes with an agreement, meaning price is going up, momentum is going up, there's no divergence. So to me, it's not a momentum change, it's just a bounce. I think the momentum continues to go down, but let's see how the weekly looks. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit from a weekly perspective. Okay, so I'm looking at this zone here. Let's see, this and this. Okay, let's look at that. When we compare it over here at the RSI, move that out of the way. It's this and this, which to me are very equal. Okay, meaning if I were to zoom in, they're almost, interesting. Okay, so they're not as steep as how price is moving up here, right? This low here goes down to this low here. But here, the direction is the same, low to low, but not as steep. Okay, nonetheless, to me, this is in agreement with price. It's not a momentum or direction change. So it kind of tells me that this movement is likely not going to last. Okay, so my suggestion, or if I were to do this, I wouldn't buy here because this would be it's a false, it's likely to fail. I'll say it that way. This direction is likely to fail. Okay, so if we're gonna, what else can be said about this? Well, price is definitely downtrending, right? Okay, this is on the weekly, downtrending. There is no momentum change. The momentum was up here. Bearish momentum, even though price is going up. The downward action, yep, is happening based on that momentum from the monthly and the weekly here. I don't see any bullishness. That means I don't see any direction that's going upward from a momentum standpoint. It's just price moving upward. Okay. All right. So my assessment, is it going to be up, down, or sideways? And what are the sharks and the big whales doing? What are they wanting us to do? I think they are wanting us to buy in to, based on fear of missing out, and then they will sell. In the end, I feel what they're going to do is they're going to sell price down. Perhaps they come down and hit this trend line down here. So what does that mean in the big picture for our 401ks? If you're heavily loaded in real estate and you're very bullish, perhaps in the long term, but maybe through Christmas and early January, I feel real estate is going to drop. Okay, perhaps even lower. And we'll come back to this in a month as part of the review. Okay, so that's my assessment. Personal assessment. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't play one on YouTube. I'm just sharing you my thoughts, personal thoughts, as someone who's also learning and wanting to grow my wealth. Okay, so if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Give me a comment. What are you thinking about the real estate market for the next quarter? What the heck? Let's discuss it. Put your comments below and good luck with your trading and come back again.